Hello, I'm Reverend Kenny Callahan, the pastor of Metropolitan Community Church of Richmond. The sacred text for this Sunday service is taken from Matthew, the 14th chapter, verses 13 to 21, the miracle story of the feeding of 5,000 people. While this feeding is certainly incredible and a wonderful miracle, we should be careful to not overlook the other miracles within this story. The point of these miracles isn't what Jesus does, but why he does them. The character of God Jesus reveals and shares with the crowd is motivated and captured in one single word, the word compassion. When Jesus saw the crowd, he healed their sick, took care of their needs, and shared and spent time with them. And when evening came, when they found themselves without food, Jesus made sure they had more than enough to eat. Make no mistake, it was no minor undertaking, as what we now call food insecurity wasn't only known in the ancient world, it was rampant. And so the disciples' suggestion that these people go buy food was just unrealistic. It was absolutely ridiculous and even a little insulting, because the people making up this desperate crowd probably didn't have money to buy food in the first place. So Jesus tells them, the disciples, to get over their callous self-centeredness and self-concern and feed the crowd themselves. Which brings us to yet another miracle in this sacred text. Jesus uses the disciples even when they would rather look after themselves to care for and serve the needs of the crowd. Using words we hear each Sunday as we celebrate the Holy Meal, we see what happens when you move from a viewpoint of scarcity, we only have 5 loaves of bread and a couple of fish, to one of abundance. Thank you, God, for all these loaves of bread and all these fish. Whatever their initial skepticism or doubt or self-preoccupations, the disciples are now caught up in Jesus' words of abundance and gratitude as they distribute what they have and participate in the wonder and joy that all the people that were there ate till they were full. God used even these reluctant disciples to care for and serve the poor and hungry that God loves so much. And that miracle continues to today. We at MCC Richmond do this kind of miracle very well as we continuously find ways to stand with others in an effort to make a positive difference in the everyday realities of life. We believe God has called us to a way of compassion where we are moved from within by the needs of those around us. We are moved by compassion and in our gut that says it isn't right that some go unhungry or that some are put down in ways that their needs aren't met. We are moved by compassion as we work to dismantle systems of oppression that seek to marginalize and harm others in any way. Borrowing the words of Congressman John Lewis, we make it our business and do it a good job at finding some trouble, some very good trouble, so that others can hear the message of God's compassion and transforming love.